Hey, it's Tina Forsyth here. I want to talk to you today about this idea that opposites attract when it comes to you and your business. One of the bigger mistakes that people make in hiring, in adding to their team, is as a default mode, we tend to hire people who are exactly like us, right? People who we gel with, people who get who we are, people who kind of think the same way we do and all of that kind of stuff. But the reality is, in your business, you actually need people who are the opposite of you. Opposites do attract when it comes to you and your business relationships, right? You want to very, very purposely know your strengths, know yourself, know what you're really strong in, the areas that you excel in, the areas that come naturally to you. And if you want your business to work successfully, and if you want it to work smoothly, quite honestly too, you need to purposely look to fill the gaps around you of people who bring the opposite of things to the table. A really common example for a lot of entrepreneurs, myself included, I am very much a generalist. Right? So I'm a big picture gal, I'm a visionary, I like all of that stuff. I'm not really a details person. So it's really, really important to me to have the detail people on my team. Now, here's the kicker that I want you to know. These people will probably annoy you, and you will probably annoy them, quite honestly. When you're opposite, when somebody's big picture and somebody's detail-y, this can happen, right? There can be friction. There can be a little bit of frustration on both sides. You may be so focused up here and with everything there, and then they're coming down going, but what about this, and what about this, and what about this? And in the moment, and if you're not really purposeful for why this is important, that can actually be pretty frustrating, right? It can feel pretty frustrating. And it might make, in some cases, it might even feel like, well, forget it, this ain't working out. But I want you to think about it this way. You get to complement each other when one of you is really big picture and somebody's very detailed. When somebody's very fast moving, in the Colby world, a quick start. Somebody who's really high in quick start. Somebody who's a little bit like, all right, let's step back. Let's take it easy here. Somebody who's really big and visionary. Somebody who's really good at follow through and getting things done. Somebody who can start things. Somebody who can finish things, etc. Right? It's really, really important that you purposely look at what each of you is bringing to the table. Because if there's a whole bunch of you sitting around the table, all basically coming from the same areas and the same strength, then chances are you're going to get stuck and the business can suffer for it, right? Colby is a really great assessment to check out if you're interested in this. It's kolbe.com. Not anything I'm associated with or really, an expert in per se, but it's a tool that we found really powerful to use over the years. And I want to leave you with this thought too. It was really interesting the first time I saw Barbara Corcoran speak a few years ago. I think it was back in 2009. She talked about this idea that every business needs the expander and the contractor, right? And many of you, as the entrepreneur, as the leader of your company, you are the expander. You're the one coming out with guns a-blazing and ideas and let's move and woohoo and all of that. You need the person. You need the people on your team who can, all right, let's bring it back to reality, if you will. Give you a bit of a reality check. Be able to kind of gather everything that you're coming up with and put it in the right order and figure out timelines and all of that kind of stuff, right? It's really, really key that you have both sides, that opposites attract. So I invite you to consider right here, right now, do you have that on your team? And if not, what are the gaps? What are the opposites in your team right now and in your business that you need to fill? Until next time, it's Tina Forsyth. Take care. Bye now.